About 1 year ago today was my first introduction to anime. I always watched cartoons as a kid. I loved watching Ben 10, Sonic X, and Transformers. And I still hold some of these shows in such high regard. But that's mostly because of nostalgia. There's good elements to these shows, but they're held back because their main target demographic is children from the ages 8 to 14. There are a couple standout shows that still retain their value going into adulthood. Star Wars The Clone Wars and Avatar: The Last Airbender are still some of my favorites and stand out by retaining value into adulthood because of the depth of the issues brought up by the shows. Unlike the US, in Japan, animation is not reserved just for children. And while most anime target the ages 12 to 20, Japanese animations contain some of the most in-depth content that targets real-world problems and philosophies hidden beneath the plot. I think it's a shame that American animation is not built with adults in mind. Just sad to see that there's such a large stigma towards Japanese anime. So why is there a stigma towards anime? The easiest difference to point out is culture. It's easy to shy away from good content because it's different from what you're accustomed to. It's been shown that people like to watch the same thing over and over because it's what they're comfortable with and relieves anxiety because they know what's going to happen. If you're interested in anime, the best way to combat this is just to watch it. As you get more exposed to the culture, the more likely you are to accept it. Second, the language barrier. It's a difficult subject even among anime fans. Personally, I fall into the camp that prefers subbed. I think the emotion is better conveyed and often has more subtlety. I do think subbed is superior if you can get over the initial hurdle of getting accustomed to Japanese voices. I still know a lot of people that prefer dubbed, and most of the arguments that I've heard is that people just don't want to read while watching TV, and it's difficult to get accustomed to the Japanese voices. It's actually crazy that just the language barrier is just a huge deal for many people. It's amazing what people will think about a song or show prior to knowing that it's Japanese or anime, and then how they view it afterwards. Lastly, not all anime is built equal, and people have different interests. I could list all my favorite animes for someone to try, but my interests might be just different than that person's. Although anime is a genre, it does not really do it justice. Anime is a format, while within it there are genres of all different types. Sci-fi, action, mystery, thriller, romance, they're all there. Just because your friend recommends an anime doesn't mean that you'll like it, or that it's not an anime that you will like. This is the biggest trap of anime. If you're like me, you like sharing what you love. You want everyone to experience the same feelings that you had. Sharing your revelation, laughter, sadness, guilt, love, pain, suffering, compassion. In the end, it comes down to these feelings. And if it does not invoke the intended feelings for you, then it's not for you. If it does, fantastic. Let's share our love for anime. Comment below your favorite anime. A few of my favorites are Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, and Erased. If you liked the video, please subscribe and leave a like. They give me huge lumps of dopamine. Catch you next time.